Hello, Sonor family. Jules here. It's time to flip this drum set. I just got it. It's still in immaculate condition. Since I'm not an authorized dealer and it's not factory fresh in the box, I can't sell it as new. I'm not that unethical to use that word. Um, but it's in mint condition as far as the vintage series drums go and the artist bronze snare drum. I'm going to run through quickly what's going on. There's nothing wrong with the drum set. I'm not ditching Sonor. I'm not, nothing's up other than the fact um, my business projections have come in and I've got to make a change. Quite simply, the projections for the near future do not cover my living expenses. Literally, don't even cover them. So, um, I've got to scramble. It's time for it's a new day in my life. It's time to make a change. This is not something I wanted to get rid of. Quite frankly, this is my favorite drum set I've ever owned, and I've owned a bunch. I've probably owned, I would guess, maybe 40 drum sets over the years. And it's kind of sad that finally got this thing together, and I got to let go of it already. I'm going to try to keep this quick and not get too long-winded. What we've got here is the vintage series in teak, the teak finish. It's beautiful, looks great in the videos, it looks great in the pictures, but when you see it in person, very, very classy, nice finish. Got a 13 tom, 16 and 18-inch floor toms, 22-inch kick drum. Everything I've got is for sale, okay? Uh, I will sell the three-piece shell set. So the 12, the 13, 16, and 22 are available. The 18's available with it at a special price or separately at still a good price. This stuff's not going to be giveaways. I mean, they've been played maybe 4 times. There's probably not 2 hours of playing on this drum set. Also have all the original heads all the way around. The artist bronze snare drum has been upgraded to the hella hoops, and they are the matching ruthenium hella hoops. And by the way, ruthenium has nothing to do with black chrome. Ruthenium is a precious metal. It's in the platinum family, and that's why if you go in the configurator, the ruthenium and the 24 karat gold options are the same price. They're both premium finishes, so there's nothing slack about this ruthenium. It's beautiful and holds up very well. I've got all 600 series hardware, hi-hat stand, bass drum pedal. I got two matching bass drum pedals, a snare stand, two double cymbal stands, but these have got the BATB instead of having the typical boom arms that stick out and all that good stuff. These are very manageable. Plus, instead of having the long down pipes, unless you're going to play your cymbals up on the roof, you don't need all that. The height of the cymbal stand itself, and then extendable booms on here on the BATB arms, they'll get you plenty of height. So, plenty of height, uh, but cutting down on the extra crap and weight. So, very manageable stuff here. What else? We got some Paiste cymbals. You've already heard them. Two 19s. The 19s are full crash and fast crash. The 16-inch is a signature precision crash. Signatures all the way around. The ride cymbal is pingy. If you like a lot of wash, this is not your ride cymbal, but it's the Virtuosity or Duo, the Carl Palmer ride. Basically, it's got three different names, I guess. And the hi-hats are the dark crisp 14-inch hi-hats, and they are absolutely that. They're very crisp. Great sounding rig. I'm sitting on the Spinal G by a head. Great throne. A lot of relief of pressure off your lower back if you have issues with that or have wanted one of these thrones. They're great. This one is a spiral height adjustment. It's not the gas strut. But anyway, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I've got prices in mind, but how about this? If you want to ask me what I'm asking for something, that gives us a starting point. Asking me what the least I'll take for something is absolutely futile because I don't know what the least I'll take is. If I've got to pack this ship up, pack this stuff up to ship meticulously because it's going all the way to California, um, that's a lot of materials to pack with, on top of the shipping charges and a lot of stress and headache for me to get boxes and make sure all this stuff is good, right? So that's a lot different than it's going to be if I'm going to drive it an hour over somewhere or drive it 2 days up north or something. So if you want to ask me a starting price, or if you want to say, hey, this is what I would really prefer, just say, hey, look, would you be willing to take X number of dollars for this? And I'll either say, you know what? Yeah, I can do that. Or no, but here's as close as I can get. You know, and this is good stuff. If you're afraid that you're going to accidentally overspend by a couple of bucks because you make an offer, if it was worth it to make the offer, you know, why is that such a bad thing to let somebody selling something in a pinch? Why have you got to wring out every dollar out of the deal you possibly can? I mean, this is mint condition stuff. The hardware pretty much is excellent, excellent condition. The all the drums are absolutely perfect. Period. So, I'm not real big on playing games. If you see something you like, probably the best thing we can do is get on the phone. Let me know what we're looking at here. Am I looking to ship? I'm not looking for trades. I'm looking to ditch gear and liquidate. Taking other gear in does nothing but adds another step to reach my final goal here. So, unless you're really doing some idiotic deal that there's no way I could pass it up, and every now and then I'll get somebody that's actually generous, that thinks of more than just themselves when it comes to stuff, that'll throw me a bone. But typically speaking, this is a cash and carry kind of thing. I would prefer to drive this stuff than to pack it up and ship it, depending on what it is. The vintage series stuff, especially. I'll ship the 18 wherever. I'll ship the snare drum wherever. It doesn't matter to me. But basically, if you're interested in any of this stuff, email me at Gmail. Try that again. Email me at drumandstage@gmail.com. And if you want to have a phone call, ask me for my number. I will certainly give it to you. We can text or call or whatever you want to do. Looking to make good deals, not looking to get taken advantage of. So if you're looking for a steal, I think this is going to be a mutually good deal for you. If you're wanting to look like feel like you've taken advantage of somebody, um, that deal's not going to happen today. If things don't move very well for a little while, I'll be cutting some fat off. But as it stands right now, I'm going to be very fair on pricing without totally hanging myself. Drumandstage@gmail.com. Thank you.